Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with a love reading for you. It is the Cancer full moon. That is what I asked about. So, Cancer is the mother, the nurturing archetype. It is about home, family, and for some of you, you could be a mother, you could be a single mom. Obviously, if you're here watching this, this is a singles love story. That is what I am seeing here, you guys. So I'm going to call it as I see it. This is about the Nine of Pentacles, okay? And the Nine of Pentacles is our single lady, okay? It's the single lady card. She's over here. She's tending to her own garden. She is, just taking care of herself, taking care of, doing the earthly things, deadheading, cleaning things up, doing the work. I feel like I don't see her worried about anything. I think if there was any type of worry or stress, that was in the past. We have the Nine of Swords here. So with that said, that's recent past. The overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. She's happy, she's healthy. This is like the precursor to the Empress, This is this woman who is really nurturing herself and getting prepared to come into graduate into her Empress status. She is someone who is all about reciprocity. She's about, giving and receiving, about fairness. We do see the scales of justice here. So she is someone who is seen as very fair, when it comes to what she does for others. I feel like, she could be a business owner. We do have the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles here. So this person, this woman, because it is a woman here that I am seeing, because we do have the Queen of Cups right underneath that energy. She is somebody who is working hard and working very diligently on herself, her business, the home, of course, we're all trying to make ends meet nowadays, but this is somebody who is a very hard worker. We see that with the Nine of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. She does invest in, a lot of earthly pleasures, so she could be very well connected to, like I said, financial matters. She could own her own business is what I'm seeing, because with the Queen of, and she could be a healer of sorts, because the Queen of Cups is some type of a healer. Massage therapist. It doesn't not necessarily mean psychic or, astrologers. It's, massage therapists, nurses, doctors, homeopaths, anything like that. Anybody who is out there wanting to help others. Maybe you work in the area of vitamins, you're a naturopath, or, any one of those things, or you have your own garden. Maybe that's what you do. You're a gardener and you sell flowers to the markets. That is a spiritual quest. That is a healer, Flowers are very, very healing, and we do see that here. Maybe you make jams. Maybe, you sit at farmers markets. Who knows? Those are all healers of sorts, and that's all about our creativity. So with that said, I feel like, this Nine of Pentacles, underneath it, we see the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So in the past, there could have been things that this feminine has been worried about. But I feel like, it's in the past. Let bygones be bygones. She's just working on the things that she can. And she recognizes that destiny is now in her favor. The wheel had to turn. What was down must come up, and what is up must come down. And maybe, whatever it was that, stressed her out in the past is now, it's just that, like a figment of her imagination. It no longer, serves a purpose, and she's just working on the things that she can work on. And I feel like this is someone who is very fair. When it comes to relationships, it's all about give and take. She's someone who is in the business of looking, and I say that, in the business of looking for someone who brings that reciprocity to the table, the equal give and take. Someone who is, says who they are, means what they say, no drama, no bullshit, no third parties, that kind of stuff. I feel like she's someone who is just very practical, very realistic, and willing to hold out until that comes through. Like she's someone who is like, she's very self-sacrificial. She would rather be alone, as you can see up here, tending to her own garden, because you see her, she's good doing the work by herself. She's someone who can do the work by herself. She gets paid. She's doing good financially, you know, and she creates, you know, magic, basically, is what I see here. With the Wheel of Fortune, it's like she is an active participant in the destiny that she is creating for herself. She's someone who is very spiritual. Again, she is the precursor to the Empress. It's like I see the Nine of Pentacles, and then you go to the Queen of Pentacles, and then you go to the Empress. So with Destiny here, because this feminine, and we are talking about her love life here, and we know it's a her because we do see the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is somebody who just wears her heart on her sleeve. She's got so much love to give. And she's looking for someone who, because it's the Queen of Cups, she bodes well with someone of the earth element. Okay, so Queen of Cups would be good with, you know, a King of Cups or a King of Pentacles. Okay, and we do have Pisces showing up here with the Hanged Man. I'm not saying that it's a Pisces. You could have Pisces in your chart, or you could meet in the time of Pisces energy, which we're moving up on that. We're in Capricorn now. So maybe there's some things that she's had to sacrifice. You know, there was, you know, relationships where there wasn't that reciprocity. There wasn't that openness. Okay. She's looking for someone. We do have two aces here. And, you know, how people see her, this feminine, is someone who is very clear in what she wants. And she does understand that, you know, she's someone who is very honest, maybe even brutally honest, because we do see the hand on the sword instead of on, you know, the handle. It's on the sword. So she can be somebody who is very cutting. She is somebody who is like, has no problem sacrificing. She's someone who, you know, she's all about truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And I feel like there is some type of a conversation that maybe gets sparked up. And this conversation is something that is very destined. Okay, this is a very destined conversation. And it's, you know, after a time of sacrifice, after a time of like, you know, just being by herself and, you know, kind of keeping herself strung up, like away from relationships even. She's been so busy, you know, working on things, maybe even collaborating with others. And it could be through this collaboration with others that she ends up having this conversation with someone. And it, you know, and then all of a sudden it comes up. But I feel like in the hopes and fears is there may be some type of competition for this feminine energy. You know, it's like, but you're going to have to weed them all out. So, but there's like, you know, all these different people here, I'd like to offer you this. And, you know, maybe she's physically attracted to, you know, one of them, maybe the other one is, you know, they have a meeting of the minds with the swords here. Or maybe this is the same person and this is what we have. So what do we not have? You know, it starts up as a conversation and then like a, hey, you know, let's go and do this thing. And it could have something to do with your work or something that you do is how you could end up meeting this person. Because I've got the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, 5 of Wands. That tells me this could be very well work related. You could have met this person at your work, or it could have something to do with work. I do want to say though, be mindful because there could be, you know, like I said, Make sure that this person isn't entertaining other people and that you're not having to compete for this person's time, you know? And maybe for some of you, what you're competing with is their work. Let's get okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was told to pick up the deck and clarify, and I always clarify with the bottom cards. Look who just showed up. The Empress. Exactly who we were talking about. The Empress. I was going to clarify the outgoing card because the outgoing card is the Tower. So now we have the Empress. She goes from the Nine of Pentacles, which is exactly what I said, to look at this. She has a wreath now. So she has now graduated to the Empress. So the Tower, let's go, keep going, is the Empress, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. So there has been disappointment with this Empress. And I feel that with the Empress here, and that's who I felt I was talking about, was this Empress. This Empress is avoiding at all costs and will avoid, because I'm not seeing an Emperor here. The only thing that I am seeing as far as and that hold the most weight is the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, and the Tower. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny turning in your favor. There's some type of communication that comes through. But the Empress, now this Tower, it's like all of a sudden someone comes in that wipes away all the pain from the Empress. It's like she now realizes why she had to go through the experiences that she did, why it took you this long to get to this space. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man. So there's been a lot of waiting with this Empress. This Empress is she's very self-sacrificial. She's someone who's yeah, no. I almost see her as a saint. Maybe this Empress is seen as a saint, in their community, people go to her for, help when they're in need. It just get this Mother Mary vibe from her. And I just got confirmation on that. I need to close that. But I get this very nurturing, very caring, very loving, very of service. How can I help you vibe? And that's why I kept feeling Empress energy here. And I feel like this Empress is afraid of making the wrong decision too. But the Empress is so psychic that the Empress knows which one is going to be worth fighting for in a relationship, which one she's going to be the most attracted to, and not just physically, but mentally. An Empress is all about the whole package because she's all the elements all wrapped up into one. She's, the wands, which is the fire. She's the passion. She's got the cups, which is the emotion. She's got the, the intellect with the swords. And she's got she's practical and realistic with the pentacles. So she's someone who embodies all four of the queens. And she is looking for someone who embodies all four of the kings. And an Empress cannot settle for someone who is a king. It just doesn't work. You can't put a king with an Empress. An Empress only matches with an emperor. Now the kings and queens do. So this feminine is in her Empress status. And because of that, it's very hard to find somebody who is also in that emperor status. Somebody who is in this no bullshit, I'm in it to win it attitude. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to make you feel insecure. I'm here to work on this relationship. I'm here to build together. I'm here to, we're not here building castles in the sky. We're actually building something that is going to be, it's going to have the bricks and the mortar. See how this is bricks and mortar. And this feminine, this empress can't have anything that is not of bricks and mortar. She's building her empire, and she needs her emperor to sit next to her on the throne of the empire. Otherwise, other people don't deem themselves, worthy of sitting next to this empress. And so what do? They fall from grace. They fall from grace. And it's almost like, yep, another one bites the dust. Here we go again. Another painful ending, because it's hard. It's one thing to capture an empress, but to not treat an empress as such and to treat her like she's the peasant, like a peasant, and, oh, she can do everything alone. Oh, she can. And she will, especially if you're not willing to help build. She will. She'll build alone. And yeah, it sucks, but she's okay with it at the end of the day. It doesn't hurt that bad because she's the empress. She has everything she needs. Anything else is just a bonus. So, and I think that that's what happens, people come in. You have to stay at the vibration, though. It's one thing to, catch somebody at a higher class, but then what happens is you try to bring them down to yours, or, somebody is, like trying to decide between other people and trying to make an empress feel like, oh, she's, she'll almost like she has to dance like a monkey, like she's got to perform for you. An empress will not perform. An empress will not compete. An empress will just walk away. She'll cut her losses with that sword, even though, again, it can be very painful, but she's not looking for somebody, comes in with their staff and that's all they have is just, all talk and really no action. She's looking for someone who has the talk, the action, the practicality. They walk their walk, they talk their talk, they do what they say they're going to do. When they say they're going to build something, they get their asses out there and they fucking build it, and they're building it together. That's what this is all about. Because otherwise, she's cool. She's cool on her own. Like, the empress is somebody who is abundant, somebody who is, very methodical even. She's very strategic. And, she is someone who, she wears that crown of flowers for a reason. And it's because of her purity and because everything she does out of love and she does for other people. Even if that means sacrifice her own happiness for others, she will do so. Because she knows at the end of the day that she's doing what's right. Even if it doesn't matter what other people think. This full moon in Cancer is really making somebody, see, I think somebody here fell from grace when it came to this empress. And this empress is taking back her power. And I feel like I just heard you're going to hear a lot more from this empress. It's like, this empress is like, she's going from rags to riches. Okay. That's going to mean something to someone. Maybe you've felt like a peasant, you've never really, you've been trying to build, and now it's time for all of that to come crashing down. And that's why everything around you had to come crashing down, is because you are going from rags to riches. If you felt where, you've had to work so freaking hard to get to this space, you worked hard, you sacrificed. And because of that, it's like there's these brand new opportunities that are coming for you. And I feel like you're going to have your pick. Worry no more is what I just heard. Worry no more. You could end up having people from the past coming back in that are going to, and you're just like, nah, I'm good with the past. I think for a lot of you, you are good with the past. My ear just itched. So you're going to be hearing from someone. People are talking about you. My ear just started itching. And we do have this Ace of Swords here. So there is communication. But, you know that destiny is playing itself out right now. Things are wrapping up and new things are coming through. Very interesting reading, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave that here. I love this reading. Happy full moon in Cancer. This is awesome. That tower is not a bad one. That's actually a good one because someone's coming in and they're going to see you for the Empress that you are. I love you guys all so very much. Merry Christmas to you and happy full moon, and we will chat again soon. Take care.